Keandre Miller.
Yep.
Spenny trade target. High priority trade target. Did get traded to the Rangers for a first-round pick.
No, from the Rangers.
A second-round
Carolina,
pick.
right?
To Carolina.
To Carolina.
Yeah,
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I said it
said
backwards. My bad. Got traded from the Rangers to Carolina. Boy, the Rangers, man, it just all fell apart quickly, didn't it?
They're doing something, too.
Next year's first-round pick, next year's second-round pick, and highly touted defensive prospect Scott Morrow, who, and I looked it up, according to most, a top 20 prospect in the National Hockey League. He has been shooting up the prospect charts. Do we all agree?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. So I, with what I like to do, would give you the Red Wings equivalent. And we will go around the room and discuss. Spenny wanted Keandre Miller badly.
I did.
D-Mac, you were intrigued.
I was like, you got to make a play for him.
Right, absolutely. Young Justin, I would assume you're all about. You're the new generation. You're all about the transaction. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, I will give you the Red Wings equivalent, which is very, very simple. The Red Wings first round pick next year, the Red Wings first or second round pick next year, and ASP. That's the equivalent.
I don't think that's the equivalent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, Morrow's a top 20 defensive prospect.
Unproven prospect of what you could be or whatever. That's the closest thing that you have.
And here's where I got you, young Justin.
Unless you're going to move Johansson and somebody else.
And here's where I got you, young Justin. You can't do the equivalent. You got to go above it. So even in your world, if you think ASP is better, that's the cost to go over the top. That is. So either way. So you doing the deal or no?
I think Johansson would have got it done. But no, I'm not doing the deal.
Why would Johansson get the deal done when they got a top 20 NHL prospect?
They know what he is. They would have been Johansson and Danielson. Or
I would have done that. I would have done that.
But they didn't want it.
No.
They wanted. You're not going to offer ASP or whatever. Like, it's also.
They don't want your less thans, Justin.
Danielson isn't a less than.
They want a top 20 prospect in the NHL defenseman. That's what they want. And a first round pick and a second round pick.
Forward.
So are you doing it?
No.
Then you can't be mad.
There's
That's the cost.
That's fine. There's other moves I would have made.
No. You can't do the trade machine bullshit. You can't do this move because you won't.
And you
I
also
don't want to hear it.
Eisman would have never also given up ASP. Let's talk about that as well.
Neither would you.
Because I feel the same way Eisman does.
Okay, well then you can't be mad. You can't be. So just don't sit there and tilt your head like you can't be mad. You wouldn't do the deal. And that's my point to everybody out there. That is the Red Wings equivalent of what the Rangers gave up.
Hey, we're talking tariffs these days. The Wings have tariff tax on making transactions because of where they're at.
Tristan, Keandre Miller isn't even proven. Stop letting Justin talk puck, for Christ's sake.
I mean, he's pretty proven.
Yeah, but
he's very proven.
He's a guy with this size or whatever. They've proven that could probably make you to the playoffs. The question on him is the jam.
He's proven that he'd be the third best defenseman on this team, hands down.
But it's not about that's not the competition. Is the competition about getting better? How does that relate you with the league and everything else?
Yeah, that would get you
It's
better.
not very hard to be the third best defenseman on this team.
No, because you only have two that are worth a shit, and so that's why you need to add more top D defensemen.
I would say 3.
Woodward Sports Chat.
Put Johansson in there.
I don't think Johansson is a top 4 defenseman on a team that's winning playoff series. He's not.
Just like Larkin's not a number 1 seed.
He can be if you put talent around him on a team that's winning playoff series. Yes, he can.
Yeah, but Spenny, see, here's the thing. Where it works too. I'm not worried about your top 4. I want him to be the best 5 in the league because you see what comes. You see what happens in the playoffs.
And that would be
that's what
awesome.
you need.
That's what you need. You need Johansson to be the best 5 in the league, but you need 4 better than him to be a 5. And right now, you don't have 4 better than him.
You got 2, and you need 2 more.
Woodward Sports Chat thread. Phil, Neil yelling at everyone, shouting them down. No, Phil. I'm passionate about this because I want people to understand the real world and not the goddamn ESPN trade machine. That's what I want. So for everybody that's on Twitter like losing their shit about this, I want everybody to understand the real world application.
I wanted Keandre Miller. I did. I'm not mad that the Red Wings didn't make this deal to get Keandre Miller. This was a steep price that Carolina paid to bring him in there because they're trying to
win a cup.
So do I want the Red Wings to make this deal for Keandre Miller? No. But I would have liked to see him on the team. But Carolina paid the premium price to get him. That's what you got to do.
Can let it lie.
Yeah.
And Smitty, that's why I like talking with you, because you're based in the real world. Like, you get passionate about stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But you also accept fact. And that was the cost. Are you doing it or no? You say no. You say no. D-Mac, you doing that deal?
No.
So it's the guys that I know that know hockey, unilaterally across the board, say no. So, like, the people that are fired up about it, that are talking like, what's Yzerman not doing? So you wouldn't do the deal. So why would Yzerman? Tev Sauce too. Can Justin just use his dad's credit card to help us get a top 6 defenseman? Can we trade the boat?
Can we? I would trade the boat.
Would you trade the boat?
I mean, I would consider it. How bad it is right now, I'd consider it.
Would you rather have your boat or ASP?
Oh, dude, that's a tough question. ASP.
Well, we gotta get in the real world here, Justin.
ASP. ASP is going to be the truth. That's why I wouldn't trade him. But like at the same time, Neil, I get what you're saying, and that's why on Woodward Wings yesterday, none of us flipped the shit about Keandre Miller. It would have been nice to get him, but yeah, that package was steep.
Did you flip through Red Wings Twitter?
Red Wings Twitter
going on?
Hates me right now.
No, I'm saying though, did you flip through it? Like,
yes.
Did you flip through Twitter?
They are either in
Twitter
love with that move or
it's not sane people.
They're not. They're not. I think we've all reached that conclusion. I think Nate Danielson's going to be Sidney Crosby next year. So,
can you chat poll it?
What?
Would you have done that deal? Would you have done ASP a first and a second for Keandre Miller? Because that's what it would have taken at a baseline. I don't understand the outrage to it.
I don't see much outrage.
I think that,
on X yesterday?
Yeah, no, again, X isn't a real place.
I think the real outrage is we're going to be attempting to hit a huge rookie parlay next year to even be remotely good. We're going to have to hit on Danielson. We're going to have to hit on Lombardi. We're going to have to hit on ASP whenever he comes up, if he even does.
Well, then you can't include that in your parlay. If the following sentence is, if he comes up, then no.
I personally of the opinion that he will be up. There are other people like Max Boltman who think that he won't be. So I do respect Max Boltman's opinion to kind of temper my expectations a little bit. But when you're talking about a guy like ASP, like you saw what Lane Hudson was able to do with limited help and limited defensive ability, just offensively for the Canadians. And that's what I feel like even to a percentage, ASP will do for you. Bring that puck-moving element to your team. Bring that offensive upside that he has. And I feel like he does more to help you in the 5-on-5 scoring-wise than he hurts you 5-on-5 defensively.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Kevin Donaldson, don't forget, guys, last season that we were dismal prior to Christmas, then came the Todd father. This year we get a full season of McClellan, and we were obviously better once he took over. Yeah, but it was the same finish, man. Like, that's real.
With this roster, they will flame out again in March or April. I think it's that simple.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into their Paper Chungus. Twitter's the only real place left. YouTube super censored. Okay.
Twitter's full of cousins.
Big Dan Davis. I do like the Gibson trade. We have a legitimate starting goalie. Gibson is pretty damn good, just so long as he stays healthy. So, and then
another
the Ski
if.
Mask boy.
Another if.
The Ski Mask boy. I'll always read this. 91 to the rafters. Make it happen.
It's fair.
Brendan, how much to get Neil the karaoke Kelly Clarkson? You just got to catch me at the right time. Like 1:15 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 12:45 if we had an aggressive evening. MPWMU, just give Yzerman another 8 years. Neil Rule. When did I say that, Spenny? Did I space out and say that?
No.
D-Mac, you're the accountability minister. Did I space out and say that?
I don't even. That doesn't even get that goes to McJesus on the underling. He didn't even pass that up to me. That's so idiotic. You absolutely didn't say that.
Okay, let's take the break and look. We're gonna wrap up this discussion. We're gonna get into the Piston stuff also. We have a 4 down for football because we're doing them every day, all the way until football season. I did see someone talk about top 5 Friday or top 5 Wednesday. We have to punt on the top 5 today. I was told we got some issue going on with the graphics department, so we will have to punt on top 5 Friday.